Hello everyone, welcome to Professor DK, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to run the app on your phone. Now there are two ways in which you could do so. In the first method, the real-time method, all the changes that you do in Android Studio is reflected in your phone in real time. And the second method is the build APK method, wherein the APK file is generated, transferred onto your phone and then installed, and then the app is run. Now each of these methods have prominence in their own way, so let's just start with the first method. So in real-time method, the phone is connected via the USB cable to your laptop. So before you can go ahead and run the app on your phone, we need to do a couple of things on the phone. So firstly, we need to enable the USB debugging. To enable the developer options, click on Settings, and in Settings, go to the About Phone section. In the About Phone section, click on Build Number 5 times. Now it's different for each phone, and in my phone I have to click on MyUI version. So in your phone you should see Build Number. So click on that 5 times, and at the bottom you'll see the number of steps that you're away from being a developer. So once you're done that, quickly go to Additional Settings, where you should find your developer options. Now under developer options, make sure USB debugging is checked. Click on USB debugging and you should see a prompt. So in this prompt message, click on OK and you are good to go. Now just go ahead and connect the USB to your phone. So when I connect my USB to the phone, you should see a notification saying that the USB debugging has been enabled. So as you can see here, it shows that USB debugging has been connected. Now let's move over to Android Studio and check if our device has been detected. So quickly click on Run and you should see your device listed here. So as you can see, my device has been detected, and it also lists the API, which is the version of the Android that I'm using. So now let's just quickly click on OK. Now when you're running this, you should see that a couple of things are happening in the Android monitor. So click on Android monitor and it says you the exactly what is being done and how the package is being sent to your phone. So as you can see, it tracks the temperature, there's some sensor monitor, there's a lot of things that Android is doing when it runs the app on your phone. So here is where you can come to know if there is any error which has been detected. So this is the console that I always talk about in the comment section when you tell me that you find some error. So whenever you have an app, make sure you connect it to the USB, try to run the app from the phone on your phone through Android Studio, and all the errors that you see will be listed here. So as you can see, the app is running and a couple of things are going on, and at the bottom you can see that it is trying to install the APKs. So let me just forward it, and I'll show you once the app has been launched. So as you can see here, my app has launched on the phone, and you can see that it works perfectly. Now what if there was some error? Okay, so in the console you can see that I don't have anything highlighted in red. That means everything worked perfectly. So and you can see here initialized EGL, so that is the OpenGL renderer, so that has worked perfectly. Now let me just create some errors so that you come to know what exactly I am talking about. In the activity main, let me just add a text view. So I've added the text view. Let me just constrain it to the left and the right, and also the top and the bottom. Alright, so when I click on text, I have to give it an ID. So let me just give it the ID of TV sample, and let me just change the text view to sample. So this is the text that will be displayed. So if I go ahead to design, you can see that sample is seen. So okay, all right, let me just increase the size as well. So text size, I'll just make it 32 scale independent pixels, so that should be good enough. Okay, so you can see here I have my text view here. So and if you noticed, my text view, the ID is TV sample. So here what I'm gonna do is quickly I'm gonna create the variable. So since it's a text view sample, and I'm gonna quickly connect it to the XML layout using the find view by ID. So sample is equal to text view find view by ID r.id.tv sample. Alright, if you noticed, this is the Hello World greeting app, the video which was done earlier. So if you haven't already seen that, make sure you see that. I'll place the link in the description below. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create a string array of names, new string array, and I'm just gonna give some names. So I'm just gonna give randomly 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now what I'll do is I'm gonna try to set the text to the sample view from this string array. Now as you can see, the index of this will be 0, 1 and 2. Now what if I set the index to 4? So it's gonna throw an error. So let's just do that. So sample dot set text names of 4. Alright, so this is basically an array, so you have to give the index of the array which you want to see. Now since 4 isn't there, it should give us an array out of bounds exception. So let's just see that the app shouldn't work. So let's click on instant run. So if I click on Android monitor here, it shows that there is some error and the app doesn't run. As you can see on the phone, the app didn't run and it just crashed. So now if you want to find error, so what has gone wrong, what you need to do is you just need to scroll over here and just check what the error is. So as you can see here, as I told you before, it gives us an array index out of bounds exception. So length is 3 of the array and we're trying to access something which is at the 4th location, which is wrong. So if you want to see where the error is, if you quickly go down to the bottom, the Android Studio make sure it gives you the location, that is the line of code where the error is. So just click on this. As you can see here, it shows main activity.java and the line is 33. If you click on this, it highlights the line where you have gone wrong. So that is the brilliant method by which you can debug whatever errors that you have in your app. So make sure you go to your Android Studio, connect to your phone and then run your app, and in case your app crashes, that means there is some error, and you can quickly come over here and check what the error is. And if you quickly scroll down to the bottom, you'll know exactly where the error is. So that is how you can quickly debug your app. Now that you know how you can run the app on your phone, let's see the another method, which is the build APK method. So suppose your USB cable isn't working, or Android debugging isn't working, some problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to build option and click on build APK. Make sure that you click on build APK and not the generate signed APK. The generate signed APK is used when you have to publish it to the App Store, and not necessary when you have to just test it on your phone. So click on build APK and it should generate the APK file that you can transfer onto your phone. So as you can see here, it shows me that the build APK has been generated successfully. So when you click on show in Explorer, it should show you the location where the file is located, and you can quickly go ahead and paste this file on your phone. So it should be called apk-debug.apk by default. So just gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it in my phone memory. So in my internal storage, I'm just gonna paste the app. As you can see, I have pasted my apk-debug.apk file on my phone. Now let's install it on the phone. So I'm quickly gonna go to the file explorer, and since I've pasted it in the main home page itself, I should see it somewhere around here. So So as you can see, I have my app debug.apk file. So click on it and it will ask you to install it. So once you install it, you should see the app running on your phone in case it doesn't have any errors. So the app doesn't run because we had an error there. Now suppose we remove that error and just so we have removed that error, and quickly let's generate the build APK file for this and quickly run the app on the phone as well. So that is how you can run the app on your phone using two methods. The first is the real-time method by using Android Studio, where you can quickly implement the changes, and I recommend that because it's faster. So I have generated my APK file successfully. I'm just going to quickly copy paste it. So I'm going to open my storage. Under storage I should have my app. So I'm going to quickly click on app debug.apk, installing the app, and now it should work fine. So I'm going to quickly click on open, and as you can see, the app has run successfully on the phone. So this is how you can run the app using the two methods, and I personally prefer the real-time method because it is much more faster than the virtual emulators that you find. And the build APK method is used whenever your USB debugging isn't working. There's some problem with the Android Studio if it doesn't detect your phone. So in that case you can use the build APK method. So anyways, both of these methods are widely used in app debugging and testing. So hope you learned how you can solve your errors, how you can debug it, and know where the error is and how you can run the app on the phone. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Also, don't forget to comment below on what you would like to see next and what are the different doubts that you have when you use Android Studio. So I'll make sure that I answer all your doubts very soon. So thank you guys for watching. Happy learning.